All right, everybody, welcome. We're going to get started with our trivia soon. So go ahead and log into kahoot.it or with the Kahoot app, join with the game code, and we'll get started with our Lodge trivia shortly. All right, we're going to get started with our Kahoot for our trivia. If you are going to join us in the middle of the game, you can feel free to join us. The code will be up the entire time. And we're going to go ahead and get started. Alrighty, thank you everyone for joining us for our pre-show trivia. Get situated, we're going to get started with our show here shortly.
Welcome to the 2020 Shawnee Lodge Virtual Winter Fellowship Banquet. Good evening, my name is Sam Bunn. I am your corresponding secretary and this year's banquet chairman. Even though this year may look a little different, we still have a wonderful program tonight. All content for this virtual event was created following COVID-19 guidelines of the Centers for Disease Control, state and local jurisdictions where the content was produced, and the COVID-19 operational guidelines of the Greater St. Louis Area Council. I would now like to invite the 2020-2021 Lodge Chief, Michael Coletti, to lead the obligation.
Please join me in the obligation of the Order of the Arrow. I do hereby promise, on my honor as a scout, that I will always and faithfully observe and preserve the traditions of the Order of the Arrow. Wimatendink, Wingalasik, Wittahemaway. I will always regard the ties of brotherhood in the Order of the Arrow as lasting, and will seek to preserve a cheerful spirit, even in the midst of irksome tasks and weighty responsibilities, and will endeavor, so far as in my power lies, to be unselfish in service and devotion to the welfare of others. Now please allow me to introduce your 2020-2021 chapter chiefs and advisors.
Hi, I'm Fabian Linton from the Boone Trails chapter, and our chapter advisor is Mr. Jack Cullion.
Hello, my name is John Jared Archer. I'm the chapter chief of Grand Taos chapter, and my advisor is Robert McGrath.
Hi, I'm Gavin Knapp, Travelers Trails chapter chief, and my advisor is Don Fangsler.
Hello, I'm Matthew Caldwell, and I'm the New Horizons 2020-2021 chapter chief. My chapter advisor is Mr. Ron Coletti.
Hello, my name is Dylan Simon. I'm the chapter chief of the North Star chapter, and my advisor is Mr. Scott Lloyd.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Calvin DeVos. I am the Osage District Chapter Chief, and our advisor is Steve Lutz.
Hello, my name is DeAndre Westbrook. I'm the chapter chief for Pathfinder, and my advisor is Joel Schwartz.
Hello, my name is Lee Newberger. I'm part of River Trails, and my lodge advisor is Keith Mueller.
Good evening. My name is Brendan Carr. I'm the Thunderbird chapter chief for this year. Our advisor is Michael Loaf.
The 2019 Shawnee Lodge Winter Fellowship Banquet and Annual Business Meeting was held on January 12, 2020 in the Ambassador Ballroom at the Hilton St. Louis Frontenac. The meeting was called to order by Lodge Chief Michael Coletti. Sam Duncan, the Lodge Recording Secretary, read the minutes from the 2018 Shawnee Lodge Winter Fellowship Banquet and Annual Business Meeting, which were accepted. Joe Nobles, the Lodge Treasurer, shared the Treasurer's Report. Joe reported that as of November 30th, the Lodge had revenues of $107,000 and expenses of $86,000, with $21,000 accrued for expected winter banquet expenses and a Friends of Scouting donation to complete 2019 at the break-even point. Joe reminded members of the importance of paying dues and shared the way in which the dues are spent. Lodge First Vice Chief Gavin Knapp encouraged members to earn their brotherhood as well as attend the upcoming Airman Experience event. Joe Nobles promoted the upcoming One Day of Service event. Lodge National Order of the Arrow Conference Chairman Matt Traum promoted attendance at the upcoming National Conference. Council Director of Support Services Steve Hammond promoted the upcoming Scout Fest 2020 event. Section Chief Andrea Penrose shared information about upcoming section and region events. Lodge Second Vice Chief shared information on the upcoming Fall Reunion. Michael Coletti shared information on the Order of the Arrows Thrive Initiative and introduced the keynote speaker, Noah J. Smith from Quapaw Lodge, recently elected to serve as the 2020 National Vice Chief of the Order of the Arrow. Griffin Stokel presented the Founders Award to 4 Lodge members. Michael Coletti shared information on the 90th Anniversary Project and introduced Ron Green, the Scout Executive and Chief Executive Officer of the Greater St. Louis Area Council, to share updates on the Council and congratulate the Lodge for a great year of service. Lodge Advisor Robert Veenstra shared his Lodge Advisor's Minute. And finally, at 6:50 p.m., the Banquet Chair, Sam Duncan, closed the meeting.
Good evening. My name is Joe Miller, and I am the Lodge Treasurer. As you all know, 2020 has been a year like no other, and that is reflected in our Lodge finances. As of November 30th, the Lodge had revenues of a little over $42,000. This is about $65,000 less than 2019. The drop is primarily due to decreased revenues related to pandemic restrictions and cancellations. Please note that some of the revenues listed may not include all refunds issued yet, so the actual revenues are anticipated to be lower. Lodge expenses for 2020 were just over $24,000, roughly $62,000 less than 2019. Total 2020 Lodge income through November is just under $18,000. These totals do not include expenses incurred from this event or the Lodge's annual capital contributions, including efforts to help the Friends of Scouting campaign or fundraise for the 90th Anniversary Project. Despite the $40,000 decrease in revenue and in-person meeting restrictions, our Lodge has still been able to get creative with some great events and induct new members. This was possible in part due to the financial contribution of our members in the form of dues. Dues are only $10 per person, excluding new or Deal and Brotherhood members, and are good until the end of the year in which they are paid. Since we don't know how long meeting restrictions will be in place, we won't be offering a season pass this year. Dues are very important because they help cover our operating expenses. $5 of each member's dues goes directly to the National Order of the Arrow, so our Lodge only has half of the dues to cover other expenses. $6.50 of each member's dues helps cover general and administrative costs for printing, website fees, and software use. The remaining $1.50 goes towards event costs, training, and section costs. The link to pay 2021 dues is open on the website. Every member is important to helping our lodge continue navigating the challenges that await us in the new year. Paying your annual dues as early as possible helps ensure we have the revenue needed to cover operating expenses, organize events, and uphold our principles. With continued revenue decrease expected, this is true now more than ever. Thank you.
Good evening, Shawnee Lodge. My name is Ron Jackson Jr., and I am your Lodge Recording Secretary this year. I have a new opportunity for most of you. Every year, we have had an LLD or Lodge Leadership Development. Typically, we have all Lodge officers and chairmen, as well as chapter officers, go through this training and learn how to fulfill their roles and responsibilities. This year, we have decided to restructure it so that the most people can benefit. The dates for this event are February 6th and 7th, 2021. It will be a weekend of learning, leadership, and fun. I hope to see you all there, and have a great evening.
Hi, I'm Hayden Smee, your 2021 Section C3B Chief.
My name is Garrett McMillan, and I am the Section Vice Chief.
And I'm Michael Coletti, the Section Secretary.
I wish we could be together in person to celebrate this year's accomplishments in your lodge, but staying healthy at home and preventing the spread of COVID-19 is our duty as airmen. I believe there's still plenty to be proud of and plenty to look forward to as we continue to adapt our programs and deliver the Order of the Arrow to as many scouts as possible. Garrett, Michael, and I have spent hours planning for a successful 2021 for Section C3B. Our primary focus is to help each of our lodges grow their membership, stay engaged with scouting at the local level, and have fun.
This year, we are already getting our cannons ready for the 2021 Section Conclave. Along with the Conclave Vice Chiefs, we will be putting together a conclave of brotherhood that will travel across the 7 seas, lodges. The date for conclave will be October 15th to the 17th, 2021 at Camp Alinek in Springfield, Illinois. And we hope to see you there, matey.
Even though we're virtual and can't see each other in person, there's still plenty of ways that you can be involved. You can find our website at central.oa-bsa.org/C3B. On that website, you can find any information you need about our section, as well as our social medias. I hope you've all had a great winter banquet, and I hope your lodge continues to succeed in this upcoming year.
Hello, my name is Michael Coletti, and I'm your 2021 Lodge Chief. Spring Conclave is just around the corner. It will be from April 9th through the 11th. Given the current situation, we are planning for an in-person conclave, but that may change to virtual or limited attendance, similar to previous inductions and brotherhood events. Spring Conclave is a weekend filled with ceremonies, service, fun, and as always, fellowship. There will be patch trading and a trading post, and it will also be a chance for candidates to earn their Ordeal membership, and for Ordeal members, it gives you an opportunity to complete your brotherhood. I hope to see each of you there, and maybe more. Have a great rest of your evening.
Get ready for a big announcement. Summer camp is back in 2021. Our council is fortunate to have a health and safety committee made up of scout leaders that work constantly to ensure all programs are run smoothly and safely to protect our youth. We are currently working towards a camping, program, and food service plan that supports social distancing and minimal group interaction. Details will be published as soon as they are finalized, but for now, please know that how we run camp will look different than in the past. For example, we will have a max group size restriction and have scouts work in the same groups with a dedicated staff member for each group. Because of these things, there will most likely be a delay in opening registration for merit badges. We are also working with our food service provider and health and safety committee to determine a safe way to do all forms of food service we normally offer. Once again, all information will be published as it is completed, but as we have all gotten accustomed to in recent months, these plans may change based on local restrictions and/or new information that is learned about the spread and impact of COVID-19. We are currently holding interviews for 2021 summer camp staff. We still have many positions open. If you are interested, you can find more information on stlbsa.org. As we look to return to camp, we are building new facilities to improve our camp experience. Our Scouts BSA camps at Esbarf Scout Ranch and Rhodes France Scout Reservation are getting new STEM pavilions. We are also adding ADA accessible campsites and enhancing the Nims Lake overlook with new facilities. We are also purchasing new program supplies such as water bikes, GPS units, and mountain bikes. There will be many new and exciting reasons to rediscover summer camp in 2021. We can't wait to see you there.
Camp Irondale, 1930. 15 years after the young camp director at Treasure Island started a new society, an honor society, an honored campers society, a brotherhood of cheerful service. This brotherhood would become known as the Order of the Arrow. 15 years later, a group of men would gather at Camp Irondale to found a local chapter of this order, first known as Osage Lodge, and later named Shawnee Lodge. Since its founding, Shawnee Lodge members have left an impact on scouting, and an impact on our community. We left an impact when we hosted the national conference at Camp Irondale. Arrowmen from all over the nation gathered at our camp in 1938 to determine the direction of our young order. We left an impact when we built and maintained 2 hiking trails to help scouts earn their hiking merit badge. In 1957, the Lodge decided to sponsor the construction of the Daniel Boone and Talk Psalm trails. For years, our brothers served as guides on the trail for thousands of scouts. We left an impact when we provided service towards the construction of the SBAR-F Scout Ranch. Our annual fall reunion event provides over 5,000 hours of service towards the maintenance and improvement of this flagship scouting paradise. We left an impact when we provided critical manpower to rebuild Johnson's Shut-In State Park after a disaster. Over a 2-year commitment to the park, Shawnee brothers crisscrossed every corner of the park, cleaning up debris, establishing new campsites, and planting thousands of trees. As our lodge has grown, our impact has grown with it. Annually, lodge members complete over 20,000 hours of service for scouting and various agencies in the communities we serve. Additionally, we contribute thousands of dollars annually to projects at our camp properties. Since 1930, over 60,000 members have joined our ever-widening brotherhood, known as Shawnee Lodge. From guiding a new scout in their unit through tying that first square knot, to building new trails at Philmont, to meeting the President of the United States. Each Shawnee Lodge member has left their own unique impact. What will your impact look like?
Good afternoon, Shawnee Lodge. My name is Aiden Hammond, and I am your first Vice Chief. The fall reunion will be held on the weekend of September 10th through the 12th. We are currently in the planning phase for the fall reunion, so nothing is finalized right now, but mark your calendars because it will be a weekend of fun, friendship, and fellowship and service. Pre-ordeal members are able to earn the ordeal memberships, and ordeal members have the opportunity to seal their membership and achieve their brotherhood. So you don't want to miss it. I hope to see you all there.
Good evening, Shawnee Lodge. My name is Levi Mills, and I'm the Founders Award Chairman this year. The Founders Award was introduced at the 1981 National Order of the Arrow Conference. The Founders Award recognizes Arrowmen who have given outstanding service to their lodge. The award is reserved for an Arrowman who demonstrates that he or she personifies the spirit of selfless service, as advocated by founder E. Erner Goodman and co-founder Carol A. Edson. This year, due to our current membership number, the Shawnee Lodge was able to award 3 individuals with the Founders Award. Our next recipient tonight has presented exceptional service to his chapter and lodge. He has served as chapter secretary, Lodge Treasurer, Lodge First Vice Chief, and is currently serving as Chapter Chief and Lodge Vigil Chairman. He has helped his lodge continue to run smoothly even during this difficult time. For these reasons, we proudly nominate Gavin Knapp for the Founders Award. Has shown true dedication to his chapter and lodge. He has served his chapter as First Vice Chief and Chapter Chief, and has most recently served as Lodge NOAC Chairman. His contributions to his chapter ceremony teams and implementing new lodge ideas has made him deserving of this award. For these reasons and more, we proudly nominate Matthew Trom for the Founders Award. Our final recipient tonight has served his chapter and lodge for over 30 years and roles as chapter advisor, chapter ceremony teams advisor, and lodge NOAC advisor. He has helped his chapter by increasing attendance at events, forming new ceremony teams, and being a mentor for scouts and scouters alike. For his years of dedication, we proudly nominate Tom Lukey for the Founders Award.
Don't worry about getting your chin above the bar. Earn your bars. Don't get put behind bars. Earn your bars. Don't stress about the bar. Raise the bar. Confirm your membership in the order today. Talk to your chapter leadership about earning your brotherhood.
Hi, my name is Joe Miller, and I'm your Lodge Treasurer. This year, I'm in charge of the 1 day of service. One of the 3 principles of Order of the Arrow is cheerful service. In support of this principle, we put together an annual service project. This coming year will be held on May 8th, so mark that down on your calendars. We are still working on the actual project and location details, but we will make sure that everything is within guidelines to ensure everyone's safety. We will release more information as decisions are made. I hope to see you all there and have a great rest of your night.
Good evening, Shawnee Lodge. I'm your recording secretary, RJ Jackson. And tonight, we're going to be making a little campfire dish, s'mores. So you're going to need some ingredients. You're going to need graham crackers, marshmallows, and chocolate of your choice. Now, most people like Hershey's bars, but I have a little secret. I like Andes Mints on my s'mores. So don't forget to wash your hands, and let's go ahead and get started. The first step before you start preparing your ingredients is to preheat your oven to 425 degrees. So now that we have our ingredients set out, we're going to go ahead and start with our graham crackers. So you can either put these on a pan, or if you have little cast iron skillets like I do, you can use those as well. So we're going to lay our graham crackers inside or on whatever we're using. Then we're going to take our Hershey's bars and put them right here on top of the graham cracker. And if you're like me, I'm going to take my Andes Mints and put them on top of the graham crackers. Now that your oven's preheated, we're going to go ahead and put these in for 5 minutes. Now let's go ahead and get our s'mores out. Now that we've got our s'mores out, let's go ahead and put our graham crackers on top. Now that our s'mores are done, let's go ahead and taste them. That's good. And that's how you make an at-home s'more. Have a great night, Shawnee Lodge.
Brothers, while we haven't been able to talk specifics in a while, I'd like to update you all on the state of our 90th anniversary service project and how we're funding it. Last year, we brought to you all our plan for an Adirondack village on the banks of Nims Lake at FBRX Scout Ranch. With the support of our council, we've finalized a site at the Nims Lake Overlook and will begin construction in early 2021. In the meantime, we'll need to start fundraising. To make this project a possibility, we're asking all of you to help. we are releasing a number of Shawnee Lodge 90th anniversary branded items. These will have our 90th anniversary logo on them and will be available for a limited amount of time. We'll be fundraising in a Kickstarter style. That is to say, we'll have different merchandise packages for different levels of donation, ranging from beanie hats to patches to t-shirts and belt buckles. We may also have some items available for purchase individually. I hope you're all as excited about this as I am. We will begin releasing much of our merchandise and our service project workdays in early 2021. I can't wait to work with all of you to make this project a possibility.
Hey there, Ron. It's Ben Ludloff. I can hardly believe it's been almost 10 years since you arrived here in St. Louis. It was a pleasure introducing you to the Shawnee Lodge back in 2011, and ever since then, your support of the Order of the Arrow program and our council has been most appreciated.
I remember meeting Ron in 2011 at SBRF when I took him and his family out to go tubing and water skiing at Moose Lake. I've had a number of interactions with Ron since then, and I can say that scouting definitely had a positive impact on him when he was a youth, and that he wants to do all he can to ensure that the current generation of scouts are able to have the same positive experience he did.
Ron was a great scout executive to work with. As Lodge Chief, I always remember him being super supportive to allow me to try new ideas. And for example, he was super supportive of us changing and creating the Airman experience, and was open to us kind of really reimagining the 1 day of service.
One of the things that I remember the most about Ron was just how tirelessly he advocated for the various lodges in the greater St. Louis Area Council to remain separate, to let us chart our own paths as multiple lodges in one council during the next century of the Order of the Arrow.
I just want to thank you for all your service throughout the years and everything you've done for the greater St. Louis Area Council. It was really a pleasure working with you, and I'm really thankful for all the hard work and dedication that you had to our council and our lodge as well.
Hi, Ron. Congratulations on retirement. It's been a great time getting to know you and getting to work with you over so many years in scouting. Thank you so much for always believing in our program and always keeping our individuality of our 4 lodges and making sure that we're able to keep putting on a fantastic program for so many youth.
I just want to say thank you for always supporting Shawnee Lodge, and I hope you enjoy your retirement.
Congratulations on your 40 years of service with the BSA, and enjoy your retirement.
I think it's pretty safe to say that the improvements made under Ron's decade of leadership will definitely have a positive impact on future generations of young people in our community for years to come.
It was always amazing working with Ron, and he was always so supportive of kind of youth leadership and having 2 separate lodges and really trying new things.
Congratulations, Ron, on your retirement. It is definitely well earned. I hope to see you out on the camping field sometime. Maybe now you won't have to spend so much of your time in the meetings.
Hey Ron, this is Michael Coletti, the 2020 and 2021 Shawnee Lodge Chief. From listening to everything that you did as a scout within Boy Scouts, to all of your contributions to the Greater St. Louis Area Council, I'd like to thank you on behalf of everyone in Shawnee Lodge. Thank you, Ron.
Thank you so much, Ron.
Thank you, 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 Ron.
Good evening. First, let me start off by saying that I'm very sad we cannot all be together in person. The winter banquet and the fall reunion are 2 of my favorite scouting events. They're just terrific. It reminds me how strong our council is. I get to see all of you, my many friends amongst the leaders and our great scouts together, and our program in action. And I get to see the great work that all of you do. And so while it saddens me that we can't all be together, I do want to remind you, as we've stated all year, that our number one priority is the health and safety of our scouts, our leaders, and all of your families. And that will always come first in my mind. And so while we're not all together in person, I did want to share with you that in spite of COVID-19 and all of the restrictions, 2020 was a very strong year for our council. Let me start by telling you that we are investing over $1.2 million this year on our camp properties. We are also, on top of that, in the process of allowing Phillips 66 to do a new pipeline at Beaumont to replace the existing one under the ground in a portion of the camp. As part of that, they're going to repave our road, repave and redo our parking lots, fix our maintenance building, and provide even more additional funding for improvements at our camps. While we're speaking of our camps, I did want to let you all know that we made the difficult decision to disband the use of Camp Joy and Camp Van Deventer. But this was done for a positive reason, as difficult as it is. And that reason is we want to make sure we're providing spectacular camps and the best, safest, modern facilities for our scouts. And so we're going to focus our resources on all of our remaining camps to make major upgrades and to continue to provide the best camping programs that we can provide. Other highlights in 2020 that make me so proud include the creativity and the innovation of our people, whether it was our staff, our leaders, our districts, and our scouts coming up with programs and activities that can be done safely outdoors or virtually to keep scouting going showed great innovation. This year, we offered the Outdoor Family Experience to over 500 families, and that program is ongoing. So I'd encourage all of you to get out and enjoy our camps. We also offered Cub Day camps virtually and had over 1,000 families take advantage of the Cub Scout Day Camp kits. We offered many merit badges online virtually, some of them more than once, so thousands of scouts could earn their merit badges. We did in-person wood badge and NYLT in different styles with different physical arrangements to train our leaders of the future. And so these are some of the great program highlights of 2020. And on top of it, our council, as I mentioned, remains strong. We will end the year with a balanced budget and a little bit of a surplus, all thanks to many of you and your generosity, your enthusiasm, and your creativity. So I do want to say thank you to all of you. And in the midst of the difficulties of 2020, let you know that locally, for the most part, it's been a good year for scouting. 2020, though, has been tough nationally, and that's where all of you come in. The Boy Scouts of America's bankruptcy and all of the negative publicity surrounding it, coupled with COVID-19, where we couldn't offer in-person pack and troop and den meetings on a regular basis, and our crews couldn't do what they normally do, has significantly affected membership nationally. In fact, we worry that we'll have less than half the scouts in the country, half the number involved in scouting that we had a year ago. And that's a serious issue because scouting, as we know, changes lives, builds communities, and builds the future leaders of our country. And so, as I say, that's where all of you come in. I want to challenge you to, number one, reach out to your friends, your neighbors' children, and let them in on the secret that we all know, how great scouting is and how much a part of your lives it is, and that it's safe and it's a great thing for them to be involved with. Peer-to-peer recruiting and parents telling other parents is our strongest way of growing the scouting movement, and that's going to be the most important factor on the Boy Scouts emerging strong after the bankruptcy is settled. And I want you to know that in my heart, I do believe that we're going to emerge strong, we're going to grow again, and those involved in scouting will be more committed than ever. And so I ask for your help in that area. Locally, our membership, just so you know, is down about 25%. And so while everything else is shining in the council, that's our one area of concern, is to make sure that the Greater St. Louis Area Council is as great as it's been for the last 110 years going forward. So get involved, recruit, stay in scouting. I ask you to apply for camp staff for 2021 because I will share with you, barring some record-setting and unforeseen spike again in COVID-19 2021, we fully expect and are determined to run summer camp. We've learned so much about health and safety. We've learned so many procedures and so much about the disease that we know we can do it safely this coming year. So look forward to a great summer in 2021 and stay involved. Finally, I want to challenge you and ask you to do me a favor on another front. As many of you probably know, our council has 4 thriving, terrific Order of the Arrow lodges, each with great traditions and great leadership. And we are one of the very few councils in the country to have more than one lodge. And as you know, we've been fighting hard over the last 4 years to ask the National Council to change an outdated policy that dates back to World War I, where each council is only permitted to have one lodge. And so what I'm going to ask you all to do in the next several months, we're going to work with your lodge leadership and do a letter writing campaign to our National Order of the Arrow youth and adult leadership and our National Boy Scouts of America leadership to change this outdated policy once and for all and make sure that we can preserve the great traditions of the Order of the Arrow. As you all know, the ties that bind are lasting. Thank you for what you do, and I look forward to seeing you in person on the Scouting Trail.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to thank your Lodge Chief, Michael Coletti, for inviting me to say a few words of greetings this year. I've always enjoyed coming to Lodge banquets every year and seeing everyone. Although we can't see each other in person, I'm glad you're staying safe and hopefully feeling well. Hoping you have a happy holiday and a safe and healthy new year. Please keep up all the good work you're doing. It's very important. And hopefully we can see each other in person in 2021. Thank you.
Ron, while we couldn't do it in person, for your years of service to the Shawnee Lodge, we would like to present to you this plaque in appreciation, which we'll give to you next time we have the chance to physically meet. In addition, for her years of service to Shawnee Lodge, we would like to present this cutting board to your wife, Kathy Green. Thank you, Ron and Kathy, for all the time and the immeasurable service that you've put into Shawnee Lodge. Now, I'd like to introduce our Lodge Advisor, Bob Veenstra, for his Advisor's Minute.
Thank you all for joining us tonight for the 2020 Shawnee Lodge Virtual Winter Fellowship Banquet. Several years ago, during a particularly cold, wet, and very rainy spring conclave, I remember our Chief Scout Executive, Mr. Ron Green, talking with several of our brand new youth Vigil members. In particular, I remember him telling them that character is not built on warm, sunny days. What I think he was really trying to tell them was that we are not shaped by taking the easy path and having everything go our way. We are shaped by how we respond to adversity and challenge. As we have all learned, this has been a year like none other, and we have been challenged in ways that we could have never imagined. Our lodge and chapter leadership have shown tremendous spirit and resilience, and they have had numerous opportunities for character building along the way. Although we have had to cancel both our spring conclave and fall reunion, as well as losing our entire summer camp season, our leadership has made an unwavering commitment throughout the spring and summer to conduct virtual elections for every single unit and troop and crew that requested one. Then they set their minds to offering call-out ceremonies and ordeal ceremonies in the fall, and proceeded to make that happen over 4 different weekends at both Beaumont and SBREF. As a result of these efforts, we inducted nearly 300 new ordeal members into Shawnee Lodge this fall, despite these significant challenges. Throughout all of this, I've seen countless examples of brotherhood, cheerfulness, and service from our members, and believe me, there have been more than a few irksome tasks along the way as well. I'm beyond proud of these young men and women for their selfless determination to serve their brothers in our lodge. None of us know what the future will hold, but I'm convinced that the spirit of our order remains strong, that our youth will meet these challenges head on, and that they will excel and continue to grow in their leadership skills. And yes, they will continue to be building some character along the way as well. Good night and stay safe.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I would like to thank our banquet committee for the countless hours they put into making this banquet happen. I would also like to thank everyone who submitted a video. Have a happy holidays. Our final feature of the night is a Vigil call-out ceremony. Congratulations to all those who were nominated.
The Vigil honor is a high mark of distinction and recognition reserved for those airmen who, by reason of exceptional service, personal effort, and unselfish interest, have made distinguished contributions beyond the immediate responsibilities of their position or office to one or more of the following: their lodge, the Order of the Arrow, or the camping program. Under no circumstances should tenure in scouting or the Order of the Arrow be considered as reason enough for the Vigil honor recommendation. The Vigil honor is the highest honor that the Order of the Arrow can bestow upon its members. Vigil honor members have an honorable tradition to uphold. Eileen Asvolksader. Scouter Eileen Asvolksader has demonstrated limitless service to the Order of the Arrow and Scouting program. In her chapter, she has served as a longtime ceremonial advisor and most recently, associate chapter advisor. She is a tremendous advocate and recruiter for her chapter's ceremonial teams. In her troop, she serves as an assistant scoutmaster as well as a scoutmaster to a newly chartered troop. She is always willing and eager to help, and she inspires others to do the same. For her outstanding dedication to her troop and her chapter, we eagerly nominate Eileen Asvolksader for the Vigil honor. Eric G. Bush. Scouter Eric Bush has devoted his time into his chapter. Since joining his chapter, he immediately joined his chapter's ceremonial team and helps whenever he can. He has spent much time, money, and effort helping and making the ceremonial team the best they can be. Along with helping his chapter, he has also created a venture crew and continues to serve as the crew advisor. For his commitment to his venture crew and chapter, we proudly nominate Eric G. Bush for the Vigil honor. Matthew P. Caldwell. Life Scout Matthew Caldwell has dedicated countless hours to make sure that the Order of the Arrow continues to be a success. In his time serving his chapter in the lodge, Matthew has performed multiple ceremonies when called upon by the lodge, even on short notice. In addition to his work as a ceremonialist, Matthew has served his chapter as second vice chief and most recently chapter chief, where he strives to improve and increase his chapter's ceremonial presence. When not serving in the Order of the Arrow, Matthew busies himself staffing the Council's National Youth Leadership Training course, where he has worked 2 week-long courses and 2 weekend courses. Matthew plans to continue his service in the Order of the Arrow by running for higher positions so he can continue to serve his brothers. For his dedication to both the Order of the Arrow and the MLT program, we enthusiastically nominate Matthew T. Caldwell for the Vigil honor. Brendan Q. Carr. Airman Brendan Carr has put much time and dedication towards his chapter and troop. He has served his troop as a patrol leader, OA troop rep, and a senior patrol leader. He has served as his chapter's second vice chief and is currently serving his second term as chapter chief. Brendan has also spent his time in the Order of the Arrow, becoming an avid ceremonialist for his chapter. For his unwavering service to his chapter and troop, we cheerfully nominate Brendan Q. Carr for the Vigil honor. Joshua J. Conroy. Life Scout Joshua Conroy is a dedicated member of the Scouting program and the Order of the Arrow. He is active in his troop, district, and chapter. Josh has served on multiple camporee staffs. He is a member of his chapter's ceremonial teams. He has performed multiple ceremonies from crossover to brotherhood. Josh has served as first vice chief for his chapter. Josh is an important part of the spring conclaves and fall reunions, assisting in ceremonial site preparation. For his dedication to the Order of the Arrow, we wholeheartedly nominate Joshua J. Conroy for the Vigil honor. Kalki T. DeVos. Airman Kalki DeVos has cheerfully served his chapter. Kalki has served as his chapter's second vice chief and is currently serving as chapter chief. He also serves on his chapter's ordeal team portraying Alawak Sakima. While serving his chapter as second vice chief, he has also served his district as district venturing president. For his dedication and hard work towards his chapter and district, we enthusiastically nominate Kalki T. DeVos for the Vigil honor. Alexander D. Ficken. Eagle Scout Alexander Ficken has shown service and dedication through his admirable work in his troop and chapter. He has served his chapter as the second vice chief and is currently serving as chapter secretary. He has also been a vital member of his chapter's ceremonial teams for countless years. In his troop, he has served in numerous leadership positions. Additionally, he has served as campmaster for his district's winter camporee and has staffed multiple other camporees. For his passion and dedication to the Order of the Arrow and Scouting as a whole, we enthusiastically nominate Alexander D. Ficken for the Vigil honor. Aniket T. Goswami. Airman Aniket Goswami is a shining example of a scout serving his district and chapter. Aniket has shown an incredible amount of dedication to the scouting program as a senior youth leader in his district. He has served his chapter in multiple positions such as chapter secretary and first vice chief. For his outstanding service to his chapter, he was awarded the chapter's Distinguished Airman Award. Aniket is a cheerful and devoted servant leader who is always eager to serve in any capacity to help benefit those around him. For his dedicated service, we enthusiastically nominate Aniket T. Goswami for the Vigil honor. Luke R. Hudson. Scout Luke Hudson has been a devoted asset to his troop, district, and council since he began his scouting career. Luke is an active member of our council's MYLT program and is serving as the program lead for Scout Fest, Eagles Flight program. Luke has been steadfast in his contribution to scouting as a whole and to all others around him. For his devotion to scouting and all he does for others, we joyfully nominate Luke R. Hudson for the Vigil honor. Kyle E. Canworth. Airman Kyle Canworth has dedicated himself to service across many different areas of the scouting program. At the council level, Kyle was a troop guide for the MYLT program for 2 years. Within his district, Kyle is entering his 3rd year of service as his chapter's 2nd vice chief. He has served in a number of ordeal ceremonies and helped in the recruitment and training of ceremonialists for his chapter. For his dedication and service to his district and chapter, we cheerfully nominate Kyle E. Canworth for the Vigil honor. Heidi J. Mansdorfer. Scouter Heidi Mansdorfer has been an ecstatic attribute to the Greater St. Louis Area Council's scouting program. Serving on both the venturing and scouting sides, Heidi has been a valued member of many crews and groups, offering her time, dedication, and service to many programs. Heidi has been a key volunteer for her district in the council's MYLT Pack and Paddle program, and in the Wood Bags program. For her unwavering dedication and devotion to the welfare of others, we humbly nominate Heidi J. Mansdorfer for the Vigil honor. Christopher S. Maris. Scouter Christopher Maris is a lifelong scout and scouter dedicated to servant leadership both in and out of the scouting program. As an Eagle Scout, Chris has fully committed himself to helping others in all aspects of his life. Over his many years of service, he has faithfully served as an assistant, den leader, Cub Scout Pack Committee Chair, Scoutmaster, Venturing Crew Committee Chair, Unit Charter Organization Representative, and he helps guide a new Girl Troop. Chris has faithfully served his district as camping chair, sits on Eagle Boards of Review, and has served on the council's Woodbag staff. He has received the District Award of Merit in addition to all his scouting endeavors. Chris dedicates himself just as much to the service of his community. Due to his unwavering dedication and devotion to a lifelong scouting, we wholeheartedly recommend Christopher S. Maris for the Vigil honor. Christopher J. Musial. Scouter Chris Musial has worked tirelessly at the Order of the Arrow in his troop to make certain that youth can experience the scouting program to the fullest. As a ceremonial advisor in his chapter, Chris Musial works to ensure that the team is performing at its best, from recruiting new members of the team to storing and restoring ceremonial regalia for use by the team. His dedication to his team is unparalleled. When not serving empathetically as a ceremonial advisor, Chris pledges his time to his troop. Despite the irksome task that has faced him this year, Chris makes certain that his troop stays running. For his unceasing service to the ceremonial team and unending support of his troop, we ardently nominate Christopher J. Musial for the Vigil honor. Joseph M. Pinter. Scouter Joe Pinter has spent countless years of dedication to his troop. His vast knowledge and skills in many aspects of scouting has allowed him to help his troop with multiple merit badges and camping-related activities. In his chapter, he has served as the Brotherhood's ceremonial advisor, and he still uses his expertise on Indian lore and archaeology to help make his chapter's ceremonial sites and regalia more authentic. Because of this, he has sparked the interest of many youth in Native American culture. For his strong effort and unwavering dedication to his troop and chapter, we wholeheartedly nominate Joseph M. Pinter for the Vigil honor. Ethan B. Steinhardt. Eagle Scout Ethan Steinhardt has tirelessly served his troop, chapter, and district, having been elected for both the position of First Vice Chief as well as Chapter Chief. Ethan utilized his years of experience as a ceremonialist to recruit other brothers for this task. Ethan has served as a youth campmaster for his district Klondike and continues to staff national youth leadership training courses with his contagious enthusiasm. For his continued display of leadership and dedication, we cheerfully nominate Ethan B. Steinhardt for the Vigil honor. Congratulations to all of those nominated for the Vigil honor.